And drilling down on the Trump administration's widening immigration crackdown, with the latest numbers revealing just how sweeping it's become. Since taking office in January, the U.S. government has revoked nearly 80,000 non-immigrant visas, a move officials say is part of a broader effort to tighten immigration controls and strengthen national security. These include work, student, and visitor categories. Now around 16,000 were infractions such as driving under the influence, another 12,000 for assault, and close to 8,000 for theft. Officials say these three offenses together accounted for nearly half of all visa revocations this year. The administration insists the move is aimed at maintaining the integrity of U.S. borders and ensuring that visa holders uphold American laws. However, the scale of cancellations also reflects a deeper and more aggressive immigration stance. The Trump administration has expanded background checks, introduced social media screening for nearly all visa applicants, and issued directives that allow consular officers to deny or even revoke visas based on online behavior. These policies, which began soon after President Trump's inauguration, have also contributed to record levels of deportations, even among individuals who held valid visas. The White House press secretary Carolyn Leavitt confirmed the figures in a statement on X. And now among those most impacted are students. In fact, more than 6,000 student visas have been canceled this year alone, many for overstaying or violating U.S. laws, but some for far more controversial reasons, including a handful linked to alleged support for terrorism. Recently, at least 6 people had their visas revoked over social media posts related to the assassination of conservative activist and Trump ally Charlie Kirk. Civil liberties advocates warn this sets a dangerous precedent, arguing that revoking visas over political speech blurs the line between national security and censorship. The administration's stance has grown even more hardline. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has confirmed that hundreds or even thousands of visas have been revoked for activities Washington deems contrary to U.S. foreign policy priorities. Vice President J.D. Vance had also recently advocated for a slowdown in legal immigration.
But my view is, look, there are people who want to come to the United States of America, and some of them, I'm sure, can enrich the United States of America by coming here, but we have got to get our overall numbers way, way down. Too many people have come into the United States of America.
A March directive went even further, expanding grounds for visa denial to include any applicant seen as publicly supporting organizations or causes labeled as terrorist-linked. In practice, this has meant that students and even green card holders expressing pro-Palestinian views or critical of Israel's actions in Gaza could face visa denials or deportation. The directive also made social media vetting mandatory for all student applicants, empowering fraud prevention units to flag any posts viewed as politically sensitive or threatening. Still, even as President Trump continues to see his public approval ratings dramatically plummet to historic and all-time lows, his administration is keeping its foot on the gas by aggressively continuing to remove visa holders at unprecedented rates, even if it means trampling on the Constitution, the very document he swore an oath to uphold.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all 3 just for you. This is Firstpost Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.